what are we talking about today? Today we are talking about social media. Are you ready for social media? And when I say are you ready, were you ready for social media? Were you ready for everything that came along with being on social media? I mean, for me, um, like we're in for those who don't know, we're broadcasting from OMS, that's Ohio Media School. And for us, well, I'll speak for myself. For myself, I did not realize just much, um, how much the social media was impacting. Yeah, for uh, my Facebook people out there, I'm sorry to stop real quick, but for my Facebook people out there, I wanted to say hi to you also. This is my co-host Kev. I just actually came on Facebook. So I missed you guys right at 6 o'clock, but welcome to the show. I just briefly told everyone what "Oh Comes the Dawn" means. It's just the dawning of a new day. And what dawned on you today? What new thing have you thought about? Have you figured out? All that good stuff. This is my co-host Cam. Isn't he cute? Look at him. Look at him. But ladies, he's taken. Don't try and get him, okay? For those of you who can't see him, he's a handsome man, but he's taken. So, hands off, right? So, back to our subject for today. Our subject for today is social media. Are you ready for it? For the responsibility that comes with it, for the pressure that comes with it, for all the things social media. Are you ready to post all the time? Because some people are really good at it. Are you ready to post all the time? Are you ready for the criticism? Are you ready for the heartache, the frustration, all the stuff that comes along with social media? Are you ready for it? So, Kev, do you have anything to start us off talking about it?
Well, as far as for me, I'm not ready for the whole social media thing. I mean, you did say I was taken. I'm close to 15 years of marriage.
Woo
So
woo.
with that, I didn't want to get on social media and be accessible to too many individuals because in my younger years I wasn't. But as far as for that, I got to get ready for it. I know it's a necessary evil, just to get out to the mass of people who I want to come check out our content and come see us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I think that's the thing too, like understanding how much the world needs social media at this point, like um just how geared we are towards focusing on our businesses with social media, our relationships with social media. I mean, heck, we got a phone in our hands every time we look around. I have seen people sitting at the table with each other, texting each other, or ignoring each other, looking for different things to not talk to each other. Ain't that crazy?
yeah, it's crazy because I don't understand how people would sit there and ask you a question about something you may not know, and I'd be like, "You got a smartphone in your hand.
Right?
Why are you asking me?"
Why you got a smartphone and you dumb?
Yeah, basically asking foolish questions with a smartphone in your hand.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of frustrating to now try and have relationships with people because social media, and I'll just say technology in general. Technology in general has really taken over our lives. I mean, look at how we're doing these classes. We're doing these classes, and I'm bashing social media, talking on social media. That's funny, but in all actuality, when you think about it, everything has its pros and cons. And so, on one hand, like Facebook, I absolutely love Facebook because I'm able to connect with so many people I met over the years and like from past jobs and just past experiences, school and everything. Like Cleveland School of Arts, we are everywhere on social media. We got all kinds of different pages for the different arts and the different things we're doing and connecting with them. So it's kind of cool to be able to have access to people but not have full access. But the things that come along with that also kind of suck.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, when I think about the fact that I can connect to somebody and I can know a lot of their business without them even having to tell me, like people are telling people's business, people are really dealing with social media in a very negative light instead of it being positive. And I think that's the part that worries me. Like, are we really ready for all that it comes with?
Yeah, the exposure of it. That's what I worry about as far as giving people that true access to me. because they may, like you just saying, may try and use it against you in a negative way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you do have good individuals out there that you do need to reach that they may help you as well as you helping them when it comes to the social media stuff. So it's just the Facebook thing is, like I said, it's scary to me. I mean, until now, kind of need it now, but I always just heard bad stories when it came to Facebook, and that was just from my friends though.
See,
So
I've always had really good experiences with Facebook, but I have to admit, I'm a little bit of a bully when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I in life, I'm kind of a bully, and not like just a mean person, but I am a person who's really firm about not taking no mess.
defend your message.
Yeah, I will tell you very quickly with no problem what I will deal with and what I won't. And so, like, I've never had anybody disrespect me on my page. I've never had anybody come in and kind of call me out on my page. And so it's kind of been all right for me. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
everybody's having all these bad experiences and I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine," you know?
Well, I'm sort of an introvert too, which is crazy. I'm an introvert in some ways, but I love talking to people. How crazy does that
Yeah, listen, I
sound?
learned the word for that. It's called an ambivert.
As an ambivert.
Yeah, an ambivert is a person who has these extrovert tendencies, but at some point they need to shut down like an introvert. Because I'm definitely an ambivert. I know you guys see me on social media and you see me behind. I'm a freaking radio personality,
Yeah.
you know. So I know you can hear me on the radio and you're like, well, how could you possibly be an introvert? But when I'm not singing, when I'm not on the radio, when I'm not doing all this extra stuff, I want silence.
You need a space. It's
Yes,
a
I
safe
need my
space.
space. And my kids hate it, especially my daughter. Oh, she wants so much attention and I can't process all that. Like, why are you talking so much? I need you to talk just a little bit. Like, I gave you 5 minutes of my time. Can I have 30? You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's too much. But I want to go ahead and introduce our guest for today. Our guest for today is John Robinson. I'm sorry, I gave you a whole government. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, ah, one more time.
It's
Let's try this mic. You know,
J Rob. It's J
J
Rob.
Rob. There
J
we
Rob.
go. That's J Rob. we're gonna we're gonna let J Rob come on and introduce himself, and then we're gonna try and I'm just learning this microphone. I'm learning how to do all this interesting stuff. So don't judge me too much, you guys. So
We all good. We all here to help each other. This,
hey, you guys can see J Rob.
my microphone's in the way a little bit. My microphone's in the way a little bit. But how's everyone doing this evening?
We're good since they can't quite
Yeah.
talk back to you, but we're doing good.
Yeah.
So we wanted J Rob to come into the conversation today. So J Rob, how do you feel about social media? Like, is it taking over? How are you adapting to it?
Uh, well, those are two different things to touch on. I'm gonna touch on the first one. The way I feel about it. Well, to be honest, over the course of time, my opinion of it has changed a little bit. I still feel the same way as far as it taking away a lot of people's privacy, and it takes away a lot of things that people really would like to keep out of the public's eye.
Yeah, yeah,
But at the same time, I say my way about it has changed a little over the course of time because I deal with things and I'm in a field that causes me to adapt to the social media. I never had it. I never really had an Instagram page before or any of those things. I've dibbled and dabbled before just to see what things were about, but you know that side of things never really interested me. For me, it always felt like it was a distraction. It was made to distract you from what's really going on. But it's a lot of different things people use it for. They use it for promoting themselves. A lot of people use it for businesses and money, and to create money avenues for themselves and all different types of things. So that's why I say my mindset has changed a little bit over the course of time. But as far as I feel as far as it taking over or being in control of a lot of things, I definitely still feel the same about that.
yeah. I mean, I definitely it's taken over. It's taken over to the point where I know that. my children are going to be glued to their phones. They're going to be glued to phones, glued to tablets, glued to TVs. And it's to the point where I know growing up, I envied the people who had like cable because I never had cable.
Yeah.
but but now you don't even have to have cable because kids are so involved in YouTube and and TikTok and all those things. You don't even have to pay for cable anymore, and those things are free. So it kind of works out. It's
Yeah.
a benefit in that sense, you know. But one of the things that made me pick this topic, and I'm sure some people are pretty well informed about this. There have been all kinds of memes and everything talking about Derek Jackson. So I know a lot of you are probably familiar with Mr. Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson is the relationship guy. He was the guy who was telling everybody about their bad men. And he was the one who was telling everybody about how to treat their woman and about cheating and all that good stuff. And then what did he do? He came out as a cheater. How great is that for the win? No. But then he tried to get on social media and apologize because it was messing with his money. Because honestly, I don't think if it would have come out, I don't think he actually would have said anything. So it came out, he had to confess and he had to talk about it, and he brought his wife on. And so his wife got on there and everybody talked about her. Everybody talked about how she looked. They talked about her whole presentation. And so then she felt attacked. So she decided to go and do all these videos. She did all these videos trying to talk about the whole armor of God, and she said the helmet of salvation and the breastplate of righteousness, and she's talking about all this biblical stuff because I guess she's trying to show people that she has God on her side, which is beautiful. I think it's very important to understand that God is on your side. You know, if you are going through something, I think it's really important to understand that you do have someone to go to. You can pray and you can get through it because that's a hard situation to for someone to cheat on you. But at the end of the day, I mean, I don't think she was ready to handle the mass hateration. And I say I know that's not a word, but I don't think she was prepared. I don't think she was prepared to handle all the people who were going to talk about just how she looked. I mean, I can't imagine. Like even now, I'm doing this podcast right now, and I have on lipstick. Can you even see my lipstick? No one can see my lipstick. Especially people who are on North Coast right now, you can't even see my lipstick. But I have on lipstick, and I slick my hair back, and you know I'm trying to wear clothes that are presentable, and I'm trying to present myself a certain way because I don't want to be talked about. I mean, come on. I who wants to be talked about?
Nobody.
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 Now you
Or
said
talked
that.
about in the wrong way, should I say?
Yes.
Now you don't think he would have got caught? I mean, consider we talking about social media stuff right now. If we wasn't in this age, how old are you, John? Let me ask
uh,
by the way.
my 37, which
Okay.
came way too fast for me.
Well, I'm just saying that because we really didn't grow up with too much social media. I think in this age, I don't know if you would have outed yourself if it wouldn't have came out,
How
like you were
about
saying.
that?
That's what I
That's
wonder
what I'm
about
saying.
that. So it's the crazy thing is if we wasn't in these times, would he have done it? I mean, the self-love ambassador is what he called himself.
Is that
You
what he
know,
calls himself?
self-love ambassador. Yeah,
Self
but
loving bastard?
yeah,
What does that even
I
mean?
don't
The
know.
self love ambassador
Yeah,
or self loving bastard?
Self
self-love
love
ambassador.
ambassador. I
Oh,
thought
okay,
you
Self-love
said
okay.
ambassador.
bastard.
Oh no, ambassador.
The self love
I know it's
bastard.
underground, but I ain't trying to
Oh,
put it in
that
there.
is
I'm
hilarious.
about to say,
Okay,
whoa.
Self-love
self
ambassador.
love ambassador. That
And,
makes so much more sense.
and
Okay.
I understand where his wife was coming from because in a sense she was a victim, but then she was being attacked by the public, so
Yeah.
she became a double victim
Yeah.
almost,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah.
not fair to her because he was only trying to do the right thing by apologizing to his wife, even though he had her there. But the public, that's the dangers of social media. How people just immediately twist it around. It can become something else real fast.
Yeah. And that's I think about so many celebrity couples who were seemingly okay until they were exposed to social media and how maybe that and actually broke their marriages up,
Yeah,
broke their relationships up,
yeah,
because you here you are, and oh, the reality